Welcome back everyone to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, we're traveling to Greece in my kitchen, and I'm going to be making some very delicious dolmadas, aka stuffed grapevine leaves. They're vegan, of course, and they can be served as either an appetizer or as a part of a combo plate, as a part of a meal. It's up to you, really. Now, these do take a bit of time to make, but as with all things that take time, it is quite rewarding in the end, and I'm sure you will enjoy it if you try it at home. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! Here we have our Krinos brand grapevine leaves that come in the saltwater brine. You want to rinse them very thoroughly because we don't want our dolmadas to be too salty. After you've rinsed them, just let them drain. Here I'm chopping up a yellow onion. I'm going to want to get a half a cup's worth. Here's our half cup of yellow onion. Now onto our green onions. I have 2 of them, so I'm just slicing them up. I have a total of 4 garlic cloves I'm mincing up. Now I'm slicing up some fresh dill. I'm going to want 2 tablespoons. Now I'm chopping some fresh mint, about 2 tablespoons worth. I'm chopping some fresh parsley now, and I'm going to want 2 tablespoons. I'm chopping up some fresh oregano. I'm going to want a tablespoon's worth. Now I'm going to get some juice out of this fresh lemon. I'll probably be using another lemon to get some additional juice. I'm going to get some lemon zest. We're going to want about a tablespoon's worth. Now I'm going to get some lemon slices going. This is going to be for later on, and you'll see. I'm setting our stovetop to medium, getting a pan hot, adding some olive oil to our pan, adding our half a cup of onions. Let the onions soften up and add our garlic, our green onion, and I've rinsed and drained some rice, and I'm adding it to the pan. I'm now adding our lemon zest in. Mix it up, and I'm adding 2 cups of water. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of our Greektown Spice Blend. Give it a nice mix. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we're going to cook it covered for about 5 minutes until all the water absorbs. In ancient Greece, dolmadas were once made using the tender leaves of the fig. Nowadays, the most popular version are the type with the grapevine leaves. Now there's both the veggie version and the non-veggie version, so beware, veggie friends, if you're buying them pre-made in the store. Now our water has absorbed, so I'm adding some salt and some freshly ground black pepper. Now it's time to add our fresh herbs. I'm adding the 2 tablespoons of fresh dill, I'm adding our 2 tablespoons of mint and our 1 tablespoon of oregano. And 2 tablespoons of parsley. Gently stir it up. And we're going to allow our rice mixture to cool in this bowl over here. Now onto our vine leaves. You want the ribbed part of the leaves to be facing upwards and the shiny part of the leaves to be facing downwards. Our rice is now cooled, so we're ready to place in our spoonful, maybe a little bit more. Depending on the size of the leaf, you do not want to overfill it. Gently start to roll the leaf and fold in the sides, much like a burrito. You want the seam to be downwards in the end. Continue the process, being mindful of the sizes of each leaf. You want them to be rolled tight, but not super tight to the point where they're tearing apart. You also want to allow for any possible expansion. With the smaller leaves, you may want to overlap them and roll them up together so that the whole batch of dolmadas are equal in size. This may be tricky if you're trying this for the first time, so just be patient with yourself. Dolma means to fill, and there are so many different delicious dishes in this vein, such as stuffed tomatoes, stuffed baby eggplant, peppers, and more. There's so many different versions from country to country, and in the Iraqi version, it's a little bit more tangy where they use pomegranate molasses, and there was a recipe that included black lime and tamarind as well. And in the Iraqi version, they tend to mix the different items together, such as the stuffed tomatoes, stuffed zucchini, stuffed eggplant, stuffed onion, all in one pot, including the vine leaves as well, all in one pot, so you can imagine the amount of flavors involved there. Also, the amount of work. It's something I would try in the future, but today I'm keeping it simple with the vine leaves. The vine leaves take enough time as it is with the rolling process, but it is rewarding, like I said at the beginning, and let me know if you do end up trying it. Have you tried the Iraqi version as well? Drop me a line down below. The recipe I'm sharing today is the traditional Greek version, and I'm sure Dionysus would approve of this version. Here we have our Dutch oven. You can use a pot, coat the bottom generously with olive oil. And we're going to use some of the torn, less pretty leaves to line the bottom. We'll add our lemon slices on top and top them with our dolmadas. Don't be afraid to tuck them in tightly. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of additional lemon juice. And a little bit more. We're placing a plate on top to weigh down our dolmadas and keep everything intact. And we're pouring over some water. You want the dolmadas to be completely covered. You're going to want to start it off at medium heat and then turn it down to low. Then you'll let it simmer for 45 minutes. Grapevine leaves contain iron, calcium, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, fiber, manganese, and there was even a 2010 study that says if you consume some grapevine leaves, it could help with your blood circulation. Our 45 minutes is up, so I'm carefully removing the plate. I'm using tongs. And it's time to plate our dolmadas. So this is the first day. I had them with some Violife vegan feta, added some lemon wedges, parsley for garnish, and some Kalamata olives. Drizzle some olive oil on top and you're good to go. The The next day I grilled some marinated tofu to go along with our dolmadas. I made a horiatiki salad, a traditional village Greek salad, of course with our Violife vegan feta. I drizzled on some more olive oil and added some lemon wedges and parsley to finish it off. So this will give you an idea of what you can pair the dolmadas with. Okay, so it's take two. We had some audio problems there, so that just means I have to eat more. So here we go. This time I'm going to use my hands. Why not? Perfect amount of lemon and olive oil, and the flavors really come out nicely. I really love that Greektown Spice Blend that I got. I got it in Toronto at the Fresh City Market, and it's really great, especially if you want to do some more Greek cooking. I highly recommend it. These dolmadas turned out amazing. If you enjoy these dolmadas, the next day you will find that the flavors infuse all the more so, and they're even more enjoyable. Try to consume them within 3 to 4 days. If you don't finish your dolmadas within 4 days or so, feel free to pop them in the freezer and you can always reheat them. Do you have any personal stories? Feel free to share them. Maybe your yaya made them for you, or someone you know had grapevine leaves in their backyard and enjoyed making these dolmadas. So there you have it, everyone, another wonderful recipe to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to comment down below with your own personal experience if you made dolmadas or tried different types of dolmadas. Feel free to share. I'm always interested to hear from you. And if any questions arise, drop me a line down below. You never know, there may be another person out there who's too shy to ask the very same question. Feel free to share this video with your family and your friends. And remember, subscribing is free and it helps me out a lot. So thank you to all my subscribers, and stay tuned every Monday as we travel the globe in my kitchen. There's going to be a new video every Monday at 8 a.m. Eastern. So stay tuned and bon appetit.